It's that time of year again. The Sephora VIB sale is coming up this week. It's actually starting this week, Friday, for Rouge, November 1st. I always get excited about this event because it's not very often that Sephora does a site-wide sale. Of course, it is by tier. So if you are a Rouge, you can get 20% off through November 11th. If you are a VIB status, you can get 15% off the 5th of November through the 11th. And if you're an insider, you can get 10% off the 5th through the 11th. Also, one of the best deals of this event is 30% off the Sephora brand collection. So 30% off the Sephora brand makeup and skincare and brushes. They have some really good stuff in their line, and I'm excited to pick up a couple new things from their line as well. I will say this sale is definitely more worth it if you are Rouge status or VIB to get the 15 to 20% off. Always important to keep in mind, we still have like upcoming sales from different brands. Like Black Friday sales are going to be even crazier if you're shopping the brand specific websites. I know like Pat McGrath does big Black Friday sales, Natasha, Denona usually, Fenty usually does something good too, so definitely keep that in mind that you might see some better deals during Black Friday, but it's still nice to be able to shop all in one place and get all your favorites. I'm doing a lot of restocks this year, and I do have quite a few things on my wish list too, but today I want to share with you my top favorite VIB sale picks, from makeup to skincare, hair care, and a little bit of fragrance. I am putting up kind of a separate fragrance video this week, so stay tuned for that. But these are truly all my must-have products. It's not just new stuff. A lot of the stuff is probably repeats from past VIB sale must-have videos and past makeup favorite videos, so just all my tried and true must-haves that I would recommend this sale. So let's get started. We're gonna do the makeup first because that is my biggest category and there's a lot to talk about here. We're gonna go over the full face here, starting with primer, and I promise this is not a sponsored one size video, but I just love so many of their products and I feel like they have some of the best primers. As you can see, mine are very well loved, and I have something for those with more dry combo skin and something for those with more oily skin like myself. A lot of these recommendations will be for more combo oily skin. So lately the One Size Secure the Glow primer has kind of been my go-to just like daily primer when I don't want something that's super mattifying. This is what I'm going for, and I feel like a lot of people with dry or combo skin will like this as well because it is a more hydrating primer, but it's not glowy. I feel like the name is a little bit misleading. This one's actually supposed to be kind of a similar style to the Milk Hydro Grip, but this one's not as sticky as that one either. It just has this really nice gel texture, which I feel like also works really well for my oily skin too, without just like sucking up all the oil. So this is just something I would wear maybe with more of my mattifying foundations or just for daily use when I don't have a special occasion. It feels so good on the skin and it makes my foundations look flawless and just like so blurred and hydrated. I just find it so flattering on the skin. But when I need my makeup to last all day and I want to keep my oils at bay, especially this came in real handy for the summertime, for long photo shoot days. I work for a boutique where I model some of their clothing, so I usually like to do full glam sweat-proof makeup for that. This is gonna do the trick. This is the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Primer. You will put this on and you will feel a little bit of tightening happening. It's definitely sucking up those oils, but if you're already oily, it's not gonna make you dry or anything like that. But of course, if you have dry skin, you'll definitely want to avoid this one. I also love this when I'm wearing more of a glowy foundation. I can pretty much pair this with anything and I can make almost any foundation work for me when I'm prepping it with the right products, like this Oil Sucker Primer, maybe a more mattifying powder, and like a long wearing setting spray. I can literally wear almost any foundation, so this definitely helps with my oily foundations. I've definitely paired it with some of my mattifying ones too when I know I'm going to be wearing my makeup for many hours of the day. Disney parks, this is a really great primer. If you have super oily skin, this is going to be your go-to. For foundation, I do have a couple options as well. I had to mention my Prada foundation. I think I mentioned this one for sure in my spring sale video too, but this is expensive and it does not go on sale ever. So this is the time if you want to try anything anything Prada Beauty, this is the time to snag it, because yeah, there's most likely not going to be a huge Black Friday sale on Prada Beauty. This foundation is so beautiful. I did not want to love it. I had very low expectations when I first got it, because usually a lot of luxury products I'm like not that obsessed with. This actually blew me away how beautiful it was on the skin. If you want something that can work for any skin type, from more dry to oily, this is the one. I feel like it works for anyone. It's a really beautiful medium coverage. It literally looks filtered on the skin. It's not too glowy. You can make it a little more glowy if you want to, depending what primer you're using. I actually think it's so flawless paired with the One Size Secure The Glow. It's just such a beautiful foundation. I think I did a full wear test on this one, and I feel like I've never been like this blown away, just because I was not expecting much from this, especially for the price tag. I had a feeling I was not gonna love it, but wow, it is absolutely flawless on the skin. Now for my oily girls and those who love a good medium to full coverage, again with the One Size, they launched their Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation like a month or two ago, but this has become top shelf in my collection. I have one, I have two, 3, and 4 different shades of this, and I use every single one. I'm not going to declutter any of them. I do self tan about once a week, so I'm always having to find a different shade match while my tan is fading, but wow, this stuff, absolutely gorgeous. I used to be a stan for Estee Lauder Double Wear for the Too Faced Born This Way matte, but this has replaced both of those. It is full coverage, looks flawless on the skin, controls the oil all day, but also it's incredibly lightweight on the skin, which is just so amazing. I feel like sometimes Estee Lauder can be a little bit too heavy on me. It kind of breaks me out sometimes. I have no problems with this, and I just love how this wears throughout the day. So if you're looking for the perfect non-budge, last all day, oily approved, full coverage foundation, this is the one you want to try. I've tried so many foundations this year, and this one is top tier for me. I have it on my face right now. I'm wearing light 20N with more neutral base, but yeah, I have a few other shades in it, like I mentioned. But yeah, this is so incredible. Just one of my favorite makeup launches of 2024. For concealer, this has been my holy grail now for about a year, I would say, and I feel like this is so underrated. I don't see anyone else talking about this, but I feel like people often push Laura Mercier to the side or just don't check out their products as much. I feel like they used to be a lot more popular, but they have some real hidden gems in their line, and this concealer is one of them. And I mean, there's been so many good concealer launches this year, and I've tried a lot of good ones, and there's a lot that I would recommend, but this one stays #1 for me. This is their Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer, and again, it is so lightweight, and it feels almost like a serum going under the eyes, but it's still giving coverage, but it stays there and it doesn't crease as bad as some of my more full coverage concealers. I just love how this wears throughout the day, and I used to have such bad problems with concealer, just like showing my darkness within a few hours. My darkness would peek through already. I do have quite puffy under eyes, and I do get a little bit of dark circles, but this does the job for me if you are a little more concerned about your fine lines and your concealer kind of creasing there or just not wearing long enough. This truly is amazing. It's not going to give you a heavy feeling. It's super lightweight on the skin, so highly recommend this. My powder has stayed my holy grail for years. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. Now I will be buying a restock of this sale because they recently just came out with a unscented version, which I know people have been asking about forever now, because originally this just has kind of a stronger perfumey scent, but some people love the scent, and they actually like made a perfume with the powder scent, which is kind of funny, and it sold out immediately. So some people do enjoy the scent. It's pretty subtle, but yeah, now they have it in an unscented version. I think that has kind of replaced this, so I will be picking that up this sale, but nothing beats this powder for me. It is going to mattify, it's going to blur and smooth everything. It works under the eyes, it works all over the face, it's not too dry, but it just looks, again, like you put a filter on the face, which you can see when I'm like setting my face, like it took away the shine, but I still look really flawless and not too dry. I use the shade Pound Cake, which is just like their, I would guess, light translucent. I've used their Cupcake one before, which has a little bit of pink to it, but yeah, I have not very much left. As you can see, it's a very, very well loved and well used product for me, and this works for dry skin and oily skin. For bronzer, I actually grabbed a new one to my collection because I feel like there hasn't been very many good bronzer drops. There's just been so many that have just been like tried and true staples in my collection, but I've really been enjoying this one from YSL. Again, this is a pricey brand. It doesn't go on sale very much, so it's a good one to look at for the VIB sale. And of course, the packaging is so luxurious. It has this almost leather looking top with the beautiful YSL on it, and it's called their All Hours Hyper Bronze. And this is the perfect bronzer if you are more fair skinned or light skin and a lot of bronzers are too orange on you. This is the perfect neutral undertone. I have this one on right now and it's beautiful. It blends like a dream. It does not get patchy at all. I think this is so flattering, and yeah, it's so hard to find a non-orangey bronzer these days, and this one is great. So I highly recommend shade number 2 in the YSL bronzer. I feel like it is a luxury product, but it performs like a luxury product and the packaging is luxury, so when I am spending a little bit more, I want that luxury experience, and I definitely get that with this bronzer. Now for blush, I definitely have a few favorites here. It was so hard to pick. I know these have been very much well used this year for me from Patrick Ta. I mean, I've always loved these, his double take cream and powder blush duos, but this year he came out with 3 shades for lighter skin tones because a lot of his blushes were really pigmented, and I used them and I made them work, but sometimes they were a little bit too bright or too dark for my skin tone, so these were a little bit more toned down a bit. So we have Not Too Much. This is the one I'm wearing right now, and this is going to be your perfect everyday pink shade, just like your nice rosy pink. Sorry for all the fingerprints on my packaging here. We also have a beautiful baby doll Barbie pink called Just Enough. This is like my favorite light pink blush from him. So pretty with like a smoky eye. Beautiful. And then lastly, we have a peachy tone called She's the Moment. Again, very beautiful peach for more fair skin, not too dark. It's not gonna look too orange on the skin. These were the perfect colors. I'm so glad he came out with these this year. Another really exciting launch for me was the Cosmietcs blushes. Now, if you guys can get the Cosmietcs set, I'm gonna throw a picture up here. It's been going in and out of stock. I would get that over these, but if it is out of stock, you can go for a full size, but the set is a really good value. You get 3 of the best-selling mini shades, and I would buy it, but I have all the shades already in full size. And most of these products I did purchase myself, and that tells you something. If I'm going and buying multiple shades of a blush formula, you know it's good. I bought all the Patrick Ta ones. I bought these. Love them. I don't know where my pink one in Butterflies is, but that's a really pretty pink too. But these are a really pretty baked formula. They're a little bit more soft on the skin. They're a little more sheer, and they're gonna have a little glow to them, but not sparkly glow, but it's just gonna give you that ethereal look. I have the shade, again, Butterfly, which is the lighter pink. This is Euphoria, and it's a beautiful mid-tone rosy color. Beautiful. You can see that it has a little shine to it, so it's kind of like a blush highlight in one, but it's not overly done where I feel like it's way too glowy for me as someone with oily skin. I still wore these a ton this summer. This one is Blissed, which is, again, more of a peach. I just feel like you need like a light pink, a rose, and a peach in your collection. But yeah, these are so beautiful on the skin. I cannot stop putting them down, and they're definitely one of my favorite blush launches of the year. And I had to mention these as well from Fenty. Fenty's been killing it this year. Love, 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 especially this light pink right here. If you're looking for a powdery light pink blush, this is stunning. This is called Wattabrat, and it is the most gorgeous pink with sparkle. It just reminds me of Barbie. Like, look at that shine. It is beautiful. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. Like, no joke. It is stunning. Love that so much. They have some more matte ones in the collection too. This is one of the matte ones called Bakin Cakes. This one is more mid-tone, kind of like a burnt rose, I would call it. Very beautiful though. I really think this formula is so silky, soft, and smooth. And again, one of my favorite blushes of the year. As you can see, I picked a lot of powder products this year. I know people have been enjoying the creams lately, but as an oily girl, I am forever a powder girl when it comes to my cheek products. I did include a highlight. I don't wear highlight a lot, but this one I've been bringing out and I feel like it's perfect for the holidays and the winter season. This again is Fenty's Diamond Bomb Highlight in How Many Carats. Now this is glittery. It is stunning though. I love this because you can actually use it all along the eyes as a glimmery eyeshadow, because I know these glittery shadows are so popular right now, like the Urban Decay Moondust, the Patrick Ta ones coming out. I have on Makeup by Mario right now, but you can definitely use this as a one and done shadow, and it also creates the most gorgeous glittery highlight. I have this one on right now and it just reminds me of like icicles, sugar plum fairies. It's seriously perfect for the holidays, but you have to like glitter because it's glitter. It's a glitter bomb. It has a beautiful pearl metallic base, and that glitter kind of mixed in, and in the low light it just sparkles when it hits the light. Just like, wow. One of the most beautiful highlights on this earth. I love it so much. Okay, let's talk about some eyeshadow palettes here. I know eyeshadow has not been very popular as of late, but there has been some really good palette launches. And of course I had to mention the new Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. I have been enjoying this one. I really have. I have this on my eyes right now, and even though this is a more cool toned smoky palette, you can still get a nice natural bronze look out of this one. It's truly stunning, and these glitters are so beautiful. I know a few people were turned off, I think in my video, because I did apply these glitters with a brush and it did create a little bit of fallout, but I don't like to do this, but for this formula I will. I do use my finger and apply it that way, and it presses it more into the eyes where you're not going to get a bunch of glitter fallout onto the eyes. These mattes are so soft and blendable. This is one of the best matte blacks I have ever tried. If you like your shadows a little more buildable and you like a little more sparkle, you don't mind a nice kind of silver cool toned glitter moment, these are beautiful. You guys know I love Natasha Denona, so you guys probably have this one already. If you watch my channel, it's like my #1 palette every single time, the I Need a Nude palette. Now, I know some of you guys might not care to buy it during this sale. You can always use my code LEAHJANAE for 15% off Natasha Denona anytime, but if you have the extra 20, you might be able to save a little bit. But I just wanted to mention it because it truly is something I use all the time. I take this with me on every single trip. It's very well loved, but this is like the perfect neutral palette for me. I mean, it's not going to give you the most depth, but just for every day, these are stunning colors with really nice neutral tones. There's warm and cool. And I also have been really liking the golden palette too. This is beautiful. I love golds with my blue eyes, and it is a little bit more monochromatic, so I feel like a lot of the looks will look a little more similar, but I've created some beautiful looks with this one. If you like a nice golden smoky eye, this is for you. And I also wanted to mention, because I think these are worth checking out as well, and again, they don't go on sale very often from YSL. Again, you get this beautiful packaging with the tufted leather. This is one of their Couture Mini Clutch Shadows. I love this one in number 100. These are gorgeous, silky soft. They feel like kind of Tom Ford quality to me. And then you have this beautiful shimmery glitter color in there too. But these seriously feel like luxury. They are so silky on the eyes, and I love this color story here. Beautiful, nice, cooler tone neutrals. I know it's a lot for 4 shades, but I truly use this quite often. For brows, the best brow gel that you can get is actually from Rare Beauty. This is so good. I know it looks deceiving because it's such a small tube, but this actually has lasted me really well because you only really need a little bit. But if you're looking for a really nice brow gel to kind of stick up those hairs a little bit, this one has really good hold without getting flaky, and it doesn't fall down throughout the day. It's seriously one of the best on the market. For my pen pencil, I always use Benefit Precisely My Brow. This has been my go-to for probably over, I don't even know how long this product's been out. I would say probably 8 or more years. It's been a very long time. I always forget to mention it because it's just a staple in my collection. And then the last category, which would be lips, which is quite large because I love lip products, but my favorite lip liner is going to go to Makeup Forever. Now I know they came out with, I think, a new formula. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did the Color Artist pencils, did they redo that? Or is it just their longwear formula that's new? But I really like these and I really like the colors. This one is Wherever Walnut, which is what I have on right now. It's a nice, more mid-tone pink that goes with a lot of nudes. And I also love their Anywhere Caffeine, which is a little bit more of a cooler nude, which is so pretty, but these last really well on the lips. I have Wherever Walnut paired with one of my favorite lipsticks of the year. This is by Makeup by Mario. It's their Super Satin lipstick that I think came out either this year or last, but I love this color so much. This is my perfect nude lip combo. I love a good beigey pink nude that's like lighter in tone. This is perfect. And it's such a nice formula where it kind of has a satin finish. It's not super shiny, but it's not matte either. This is what it looks like. This is called Midtown, and it is absolutely beautiful. I feel like I've mentioned this several times. And then you guys probably know how much I love these Fenty gloss stick lipsticks that came out this year too. I did a whole like shorts video on this one in particular. This is my go-to fall lip color called Spice Cold, and these are stunning because they are so shiny but also so pigmented. This is the perfect like maple syrup cinnamon roll kind of nude in my opinion, and it is just beautiful. I'll have to show you guys my reel with this one because it is such a pretty color, and I know I got a lot of you guys to try it out too. Love this formula. I also love the color Fenty Glow, which is kind of inspired by their original Fenty Glow gloss, and this is just a really nice, more peachy neutral. I have so many colors in these, and yes, I did buy these all myself because I love them so much. You guys know I love the Summer Fridays lip balms, and I would highly recommend one of their nude sets this year because you get such a variety with this one. That one's gonna go fast if it is still in stock. I'll link it down below. I already have all the shades in full size, so that's why I'm not grabbing it this year. But one of my favorite colors, and I've already almost used this one up completely. I'm gonna be restocking this one for this sale because yeah, it is almost gone, but this is my Pink Sugar one, I think it is. Yeah, Pink Sugar. It's such a pretty, just like natural, slight pink on the lips. This is a very tiny hint of pink. It smells like cupcake batter to me, and I love this formula. It's nice and slick on the lips, still gives a lot of shine. They look really plump. Love, love, love the Summer Fridays balms. I forgot to mention mascara, but this is one of the high-end ones that I would recommend. I know there's so many good drugstore mascaras out there, but I truly love the YSL Shock Mascara. This gives me the most like thick, long lashes. I'm usually a false lash girl, but I don't have any on right now. I just have on my YSL, but I feel very confident when I'm wearing this. I feel like it's hard to find just a really good mascara that does it all, that gives you the length and the thickness, and this does it for me, and it also lasts really well on the eyes. I have problems with mine smudging because I have oily skin, so a lot of times my mascara will like run and smudge under my eyes. This one does not smudge, it does not clump, it does not flake. It lasts really well. It's honestly a little hard to get off at night, so I definitely recommend a nice oil cleanser, but it's truly incredible. Let me do a quick skincare rundown. So I've kind of just been using the same old products all the time. I do get gifted a lot of skincare, but I still just use the same products because I love them so much. But cleanser is always a big one for me. I really like this as like a daily cleanser, which is the Tatcha. This is the Deep Cleanse, which has very, very micro exfoliants in it. And I feel like with my skin type, I do need to exfoliate a bit more often. So this is safe enough for every day. It's not going to be very grainy. You can barely feel the exfoliating with this one, but I feel like it just gives a good deep cleanse. So I love this one at the end of the night when I'm doing my double cleanse with my oil, and then going in with this to really get all the makeup off and all the gunk off my skin. But I've also been liking to add in this one from Fenty. You can see these are very well loved, and this is their Cookies and Clean. It's their Clay Intensive Pore and Blackhead Face Scrub. So I feel like if you have larger pores, if you struggle with your pores getting clogged a lot, or if you have a lot of acne or whiteheads, this is a really good one that I like to do as more of a deeper scrub once or twice a week. So definitely not every day, because this is going to be a more grainy texture. But I really used to not exfoliate my skin much at all, and I found that my pores were just getting so clogged. So this just kind of clears everything up, keeps my pores pretty clear, and definitely less breakouts for me with this. Now, kind of my latest obsession for moisturizers have been skin milks. I have quite a few, and these two from Sephora I've been kind of rotating here and there. I feel like they are both a little bit different, but you might like one more than the other. So if you guys are more oily like me and you don't want something too glowy for the morning, or I honestly use these morning and evening, and these kind of replace my moisturizers, but they're just so lightweight on the skin. This one's like literally, it feels like a milk texture, and it looks like milk too, and it's very liquidy, very thin in consistency, and it's not going to be very glowy on the skin for the morning. So yeah, if you are more oily, you might like this one because it is so lightweight, and it's not going to add extra glow to your foundation, so your makeup will definitely last pretty well throughout the day. But I love a good moisturized base in the morning. I feel like that's always important. Sometimes we forget that with oily skin, but I feel like starting with a good moisturizer or just simply skin milk like this is so easy in the morning. Just plop it on your hand, get it on the skin. It doesn't take much effort. So the Laneige one is really, really nice for that. It just is one that you have to kind of pour into your hand like so. But you can also buy like a spray pump for this too, which I think is kind of cool. I need to get one of those. Now, if you are wanting something a little thicker that's gonna give you more of a glow, I would recommend the Ilia. This is their base face milk. I find this one to be very comparable to the Rhode one, which is really popular. You can see I've gone through quite a bit of this one, and yeah, this one's just going to be a little bit more thicker and glowier. It doesn't come out quite as watery as the Laneige, but it's still like a milk consistency. This is literally what I use for moisturizer now, morning and evening. Let's talk body care real quick. I have a new favorite body butter, and it is actually from Kiehl's. This stuff is so good. This is their creme de corpse, but I love the body butter. I've tried their lotion before, but you have to get the whipped body butter with the soy milk and honey. This is top tier. I just love this consistency and the smell. It truly does have a really light kind of honey vanilla type of scent that is stunning. It's so nice, so moisturizing, but it's not too heavy. You can wear it anytime. I love just slathering this on my skin when I get out of the shower, morning and night, and it smells really good too, but it is so incredibly moisturizing. I've used quite a bit of this up, and I definitely need to repurchase one this sale. It is so nice. I have so many body butters, so it's really hard to impress me, but I just love the texture of that one and the smell of it. And then also I've been loving this for the shower, but this is Sol de Janeiro, their Boom Dia Bright. For some reason, I just love this body wash so much. Even though I don't wear like the mist or the cream that much, I love this in the shower. And this one's actually an exfoliating wash as well, but it has smoothing AHAs and salicylic acid to kind of help exfoliate the skin a little bit, even everything out. It's more of a chemical exfoliant than a physical one. But yeah, the smell is just incredible on this, and I feel like these actually linger after the shower too, and it smells so good. It's like a plum and vanilla with a little woodsiness in it. So beautiful. Now for perfume, I'm going to refer my fall perfume must-haves video because that has a lot of my Sephora favorites in there. I'm gonna link that down below, but just a couple I wanted to mention real quick, especially this one because I don't have that in the fall video because it's not necessarily a fall scent, but Kayali just recently released again their Silk Santal, and it is in stock right now on Sephora, so I would definitely pick it up with the 20%. I do think they were being a little bit sneaky because they kind of acted like it was just going to restock once and that's it, but now they decided to make it, I think, permanent. So it is permanent now, but you definitely want to use your discount on this one. To me, this smells like their original Vanilla 28, but with like a more sparkling, fruity note to it. I think it is beautiful. And if you like Vanilla 28, I think you will like this one as well. It has champagne in it to give it like that sparkly note. White freesia, pink praline, lush nectarine, sandalwood, and sugared musk. It is beautiful. This was originally, I believe, Mona's wedding day fragrance. So that's why it's called the Wedding Silk Santal. Absolutely beautiful packaging. Beautiful fruity vanilla. Absolutely love this one. Another one I cannot get enough of is Fleur's Vanilla Skin. You can get this one in a fragrance mist or in the perfume. This is perfect for fall. It's a gorgeous woody vanilla. Kind of smells like Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla, but like an elevated version. It is so stunning, and I feel like this one lasts a really long time for a Fleur fragrance because typically their stuff isn't the most long wearing, but that woody base really gives it some longevity. Also, highly recommend the new Dolce & Gabbana Devotion Intense version. They just launched this one a couple months ago. The original is kind of like a candied lemon kind of cakey scent. It is beautiful and very well loved, but I find the Intense to be even better. It is way more long lasting, and it adds like this hazelnut, almost nutty note to it that I feel like just deepens this up for the fall and winter time. And it is absolutely gorgeous. If you guys like a little bit of citrus, like a citrus gourmand, it's not really cake-like. It's definitely more citrus candy-like, but I am so impressed with the Intense version. And if you didn't like the original, honestly, try this one. I think it's definitely worth picking up. I cannot put this one down lately. Now, I do want to quickly go through a couple hair products as well. I will say this K18 Air Wash Dry Shampoo is good stuff. At first, I feel like I didn't know if I loved it. I feel like it's a little bit of a learning curve, but now it truly is the best dry shampoo on the market. It actually is kind of like a spray, and while it's spraying, it's going to dry down and leave like a little bit of a powder residue where that's going to suck up all the oils in your hair. You only need a tiny bit of this. Do not overdo it. That's what I was doing at first, and I felt like it was too dry for my hair, but you only need, let's just do a little bit now. You'll spray it like 1, 2. That's all I'm going to do right there. And then I might take it like 1 here, maybe 1 here, and 1 in the back. But like, do not just keep spraying and spraying, because it will dry down. Just kind of work it through. And I am telling you, this is the only dry shampoo that I can put in, and it lasts like a couple days. Like, my hair will not get oily for a couple days, which is insane. That never happens. And it's honestly, if you do it right and you're not using too much, it's not too heavy at all. And I feel like it's like less itchy than a lot of my other dry shampoos because it starts out as a liquid, I think. I don't know, but it truly is magic. K18 has some amazing formulas, and this is definitely worth the hype in my opinion. Just takes a little bit of a learning curve to use, but it is good stuff. Like, I can go, I don't like to go this long, but I can go like 5 days with this. I usually try to do every few days, but like this goes on vacation with me, and my hair looks flawless every day. And then lastly, I have to say I've been so impressed with this hair mask here, and it's kind of funny because it's by L'Oreal, but L'Oreal has a professional line that you can find at more salons and at Sephora. probably Ulta too. And then they have like their drugstore line too, but I was really impressed with this hair mask here. I feel like my hair is very healthy for the amount of bleach and heat I do put on it, but I do try to use professional products with good ingredients. I actually was a hairstylist for quite a while, so I know a little thing or two about hair, and I am really impressed with this mask. It is called their metal detox mask because it actually helps kind of filter out some of the metals that are in your water, so it's going to help your hair color from fading, since your water can actually kind of attribute to that a little bit. It also softens the hair and hydrates as well. It makes my hair so soft and smooth and keeps my ends really, really healthy. The only thing I don't like about it is the smell, because it kind of has a very strong, it smells like men's aftershave a little bit. And sometimes it pisses me off because I love using my Lush Super Milk like lemony goodness scent when I get out of the shower, and I feel like sometimes this is so strong it mixes with the Super Milk and then my hair doesn't smell as good as I would like it to. Because yeah, I don't love the aftershave scent of this, but I keep using it because it is a damn good hair mask, and that's all that matters, is if it's performing. So I had to recommend this. I bought this the last sale and I've been so impressed with it. So that is going to complete my Sephora VIB sale must-haves for this holiday savings event. I am so excited. I definitely have so many things on my wish list, and I will be filming my haul to upload for you guys on Friday, the first day of the sale, so you can see everything I picked up. But just know, like, I have tested so many products. These truly are the best of the best, and I feel like you will not be disappointed in any of these. All these products will be linked in the description box if you guys want to check anything out. You can feel free to use my links now and start bookmarking stuff for the sale, or if you want to come back to this video during the sale to shop, I really appreciate it. Using your favorite YouTubers' links is a big way to support them this holiday season. But I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you in my next video. Let me know what you guys are excited to pick up this sale, and I'll see you later. Bye guys.